to pay.
Dropping all bombs, I drop bombs, I drop bombs. Yeah, I got bite like Mambo and Python. Dropping all bombs, I drop bombs, I drop bombs. Yeah, I got bite like Mambo and Python.
Hello guys, here we are in the workshop. It's about 2 weeks to go for Rally Legend in San Marino. Preparations are on. Right now here we got the Audi from my dad. This car is getting a gearbox in because it was restored, and also the steering, which is somewhere in here, little behind the scenes. And here we got the Hyundai, which is also getting some service done. Important parts still need to be fixed and get ready. Little look for you how it is going before the event. What's everything what need to be done before we actually go racing. Biggest problem we have right now with the Audi is that it's an old car, old parts, really hard to find. We have to do some improvising with the steering, but we should be getting it all ready. I mean, we have 2 weeks to go and do some small testing before that everything works when we come to San Marino. So guys, right now we are already loading everything for San Marino. As you can see, the Audi is up next. Hyundai is already on the top. Audi needs to go on the floor because of the length difference. So otherwise, yeah, we already got all the equipment inside, and next up is this beautiful car. Truck is leaving in a couple of days. Let's go a bit earlier because of some road restrictions. Otherwise, looks pretty good. Not so much parts we're taking with us, so it's not too much work for now. Fürs Protokoll, das war Pascal. Eine Lüge.
Life is sorta like a portrait, and you just gotta cherish the moment before you notice. The present is the past again. Now you're looking at the places you've been, yeah. And I'm guilty of it. I've been rushing through moments like I got plenty of them. I've been obsessing with conversations about the future. I'm so impatient, I'm racing like I can get it sooner.
welcome to San Marino. It's now Thursday here at Rally Legend. Cars have done scrutineering, team built everything up, still did some smaller things to the cars. It will be a really nice rally. We already had some recce and the stages look nice, shorter than I'm used to, but really nice, and lots of nice areas to put on a show for the fans. Weather now is a bit still changing, mixing up. Today we should still have some small rain, but for the rest of the weekend it should be really nice. So that's great for the fans, you know, they don't need to get wet. And otherwise, yeah, today we need some food now. They're making some pasta. And we have the show night tonight, which is some small sprint race just for a roundabout and a few more kilometers of show for the fans. And tomorrow we get the real action started in the evening and shakedown in the morning, obviously. I'm here now with the Hyundai Accent WRC 2003 Evo from my dad. This was the last car they used when Hyundai, before they dropped their program. So it was really one of the best cars, he said. Very special car to drive, of course, because it's from my dad. He's also here with his Audi, so it's just a nice feeling to have both cars here and have a nice time with the whole team and put on a show for the fans.
Well, Fabio always saw Rally Legend on videos, on television, and of course I talked to him and he asked me a lot of things, how it is here. And then a good friend of him, Max McRae, one of the McRae family, he came here last year and he visited us in Austria, and then they talk about Rally Legend. And Fabio said, there is no way I'm not gonna go. And for that, I have given Fabio my Hyundai WRC car from Monte Carlo. And it's always nice to race or rally with your son in competition, talking about stages, sharing the same passion, yeah, and having a great weekend.
How you just expect shit to change, and why they think respect come with fame. I bigged up myself through the pain. Now I'm big bro, I give game. I sat in my room for a year, just learning how to say this shit clear. I didn't have no choice, this was meant to be. Shout out all the people acting like they're friends with me.
So this is the Hyundai Accent WRC 2003 Evo from my dad. It's actually used at 2003 Monte Carlo Rally. Really special car. It has around 450 horsepower and 860 Newton meters of torque. It's quite a lot, more than they used to have, because the car was used differently in the past between the time my dad raced it and now we got it back. I think it's good for this weekend. Can put a big show on for the fans. Also, I just had a small rollout with it, but it's really direct, very nice to drive, and also you can change a lot with the diffs, which you cannot do anymore in today's rallying. Just generally awesome to drive such an old car. So nice to get back to try it out and have some fun. So now we are in the car. Just a few special things which are different to what we have in today's rally cars. Obviously, it looks very old. I think what's really cool is that back then they used to have the original form of the car inside. So they just rebuilt it with carbon and some buttons. But if you compare it to a standard Accent, it looks pretty much the same. So that's cool because we don't have that today anymore. They just drop in the front and adjust it how they need it, and it looks completely different. So something really cool. Here obviously we have the front, center and rear diff. It's also something unique because we cannot change the diff anymore with the button. You know, the WRC cars can with some adjusting on the wheel, but in a Rally 2 car you can really just do it when you drop it out. We also did some small adjustments. We had a small rollout like set on some parking slot and wanted to get the rear more turning. So yeah, it was good to see my dad helping me out. You know, he knew exactly where to switch or what to change. Also very interesting, and also why we got a sticker here, is check diff stage mode, which is the button here. You have the stage, lock and road. So obviously for road mode, the cars have such a high diff lock, which means turning in really tight corners is extremely difficult. So we have a road mode for the diff here, which means if you go around the corners it's much easier, but you also need to change it back to stage mode before you go in the stage. Otherwise the car will just brake with the rear. So yeah, just some small other buttons for the driving we don't really need, but good to have like a blower or something. So I hope we will not need the screen blower, otherwise it means we're raining. We have some rain here. So otherwise it's just a rally car like any other. So yeah, looks good.
gerade den Tripmaster erklärt. Ich meine, der ist jetzt auch schon 21 Jahre alt und funktioniert ein bisschen anders als die neuen von heutzutage. Wir haben 3 Displays, wir können Trip 1, Trip 2 einstellen, wir haben den Spritverbrauch, wir haben die Geschwindigkeit. Wir können frei variieren zwischen den Displays. Das ist natürlich wirklich eine große Umstellung zu den heutigen.
So Rally Legend is a special event. It's more of a fun event. You know, they have a classification, but also this Legend Star class, which we are racing in, which means you can leave the car like they are, original, with all the original parts and liveries, and just special to bring out these historical cars and show it to the fans.
We are not running against time. We are just having a demonstration drive, and you can adjust your speed, whatever you want to do. And I think it's the best way to save your car, not going fast, to enjoy a day, you know, and yeah, sharing the spirit of rallying with a lot of different friends.
So Thursday at Rally Legend done. We had this sprint race, which was quite interesting. We took some hard tires with the slicks, and it made it really nervous with the car, you know, all the time braking out. So we even had some small kiss with the curb inside. All good with the Hyundai. Also the Audi is running much better than we thought. We had some small issues in the workshop, which now are sorted, so that's really good. Tomorrow's shakedown, and then in the evening we have some night stages, so really looking forward to get those to use.
Well, a Rally Legend is always a coming together. You see, there's a lot of craziness. So it's almost like rallying has been back in the 80s. Spectators could get very close on stage, on the service park, on the cars. So you're in the middle of all the fans. Yeah, they can see the cars, they can talk to you, they get autographs, you know. There is a lot going on here. And of course, San Marino is a special town. And where else you can celebrate better than Italy, the rally history.
kommen wir zurück ins Service und hoffen, dass die Jungs noch irgendwas machen können.
Wer hatte die Warnblinkanlage zerstört?
Ja, ne, wir hatten kein Center Diff, macht nicht zu. Das heißt, du bremst überall mit der Handbremse rein. Und jetzt ist am Ende uns nur die Kupplung ausgefallen. Mal schauen.
Aber du fährst schön mit dem.
Noch nicht.
Na ja, gestern schon.
Ja, guck mal den Kleinen. Ja, sag das nicht.
Was gibt's heute zu essen, Ritzi?
Spaghetti Carbonara.
Jan, was machst du gerade?
Sauber.
Ihr fangt jetzt an, Auto zu putzen. Ist das ein Zeichen der Zuversicht oder der Hoffnungslosigkeit?
Beides. Nein. Natürlich hofft man immer, dass es weitergeht.
Wo steht ihr gerade? Wie sieht's aus?
Ja, der Fahrer Fabio holt gerade noch Schrauben bei einem anderen Team. Und dann hoffen wir, dass wir damit das Auto wieder gefixt bekommen.
The Audi is my 1987 German Championship car. With this car I won then the German Championship. It was my first actually German title. It's a nice memory because at the time we didn't win any rally, but we have been never worse than fourth and could win the championship. And the Audi, the Quattro, actually was something very difficult to drive at the time because it had no center differential. Without center differential, the car didn't turn in very well. So I need to adapt my driving style. What helped me further when cars got easier to drive, yeah, to have better performance. The car is origin, very origin. It was 20 years just standing around, and I thought, you know, it's a nice present to come here to Rally Legend when they're celebrating for Stig Blomqvist his anniversary.
Oh, fuck. Wo ist denn der mit dem 5. Gang gefahren?
Auf der Geraden.
Das hier befindet sich auf der linken Seite.
Nee, der hat nur blockiert. Ich habe das Ding abgefangen, weil wir wären fast in die Mauer abgebogen. Und dann habe ich Kupplung rein und dann ging es wieder. Aber ohne Kupplung blockiert die Hinterachse.
So the enemies, I'm taking them apart. I'm a young boss, got me feeling like a rock. They can never match it, they can never stop. Cause I've been really giving everything that I got. Cause I've been working on a plan and a plot. Over with the killers and we coming to the top. We're blowing up your city and you might get dropped. Yeah.
Just found out that the drivetrain was not, I don't know, attached properly or something got loose. So we'll go back now with front wheel drive, try to repair it. It doesn't look too bad at the moment, but just need to see what it's able to do. So don't got any parts for that car, so let's see what we can do.
Was ist passiert, Uli?
Alles gut. Wir haben alles im Griff.
Justus, sagst du auch, ja?
Ja, alles gut noch. Fährt ja. Zur Not muss er so mitfahren.
I'm the hunter, you're the prey. You bet that I never run away. I'm the new leader, it's time for a change.
No, so just basically we were driving front wheel drive, so yeah, car doesn't like that. So we will see now what the team can do. We don't have any spare parts, so maybe need to find around in the service park if we can get something, but I'm pretty positive we should get it fixed for tomorrow at least.
Okay, Fabio, wir fahren quer durch San Marino. Was geht ab?
So we're on the way to some little workshop in San Marino. I don't know where, but we're following that Subaru over there to get the parts we're missing for the prop shaft made. So yeah, will be interesting if we get it done until 8 o'clock. It's now 5 o'clock, so yeah, let's see.
Okay.
So we got some parts. Hope this works now, otherwise we'll be seeing those guys again. So now we just need to hurry up because we got 1.5 hours and then we need to be driving out of service park for stage 1. So wish us luck.
My heavy man and focus is strong, and everybody wanna tell me that I'm doing it wrong. I don't care, dog. Man, I'm back in the mud, cause I be doing a bigger picture, better something you want. Yeah, they want a piece of this life, and they want some purpose. They hope that one day they can really get it. It's worth it, I know. Hey, some people deserve it, but you just gotta put the time in. Make it work, and you gotta go hard and go strong and give it all. You gotta follow your purpose and really get involved. You gotta grab it and breathe it and really live it all, cause that's the only way that you can get it all. Yeah, homie, listen, that's the only way. Do you wanna go commit, press and put another spray, kill the enemy, just take it down and find a way. But you just gotta follow it, you cannot really waste yo.
Atmosphere is amazing to go in and see all those lights and fires and also smell what is going around you. It's amazing, and yeah, I think also for the fans it's cool to see those cars back in action. We had some lights on the car, so that made it a bit extra special, and yeah, it's just cool, the atmosphere in the night.
So day 3 is about to start, Saturday of Rally Legend. Yeah, having a good few stages ahead, more driving in the daylight, so really looking forward.
So, unfortunately, we are out of Rally Legend. We had some issues all the time. They got a bit more than usual. We had an overheating engine, so we stopped to make sure we don't damage anything more. So the car cooled back down, we went to the finish, but then went back with the team just to save the engine, save all the other parts. You know, the car is very rare, so you want to keep it in one piece. And for now, we can just see where's the problem in the cooling system and then find the solution and drive again. Bit of a shame having a lot of issues on the weekend, but that's part of it. The cars are old, so you're always going to have some kind of issue. And I think the team, and also with the help from many others in the service park, helped us out to make sure we are racing, because we had a lot more issues than you maybe saw. Overall, it's been fun. A lot of great stages the last 2 days or 3 days, and really enjoyed it. Thanks to Pascal, he was the driver after drinking tonight. Big thanks to the team. They made a hell of an effort to come here and then also solve a lot of the issues we had. So it's been a fun time with everybody. I think everybody enjoyed it as well, you know, seeing so many great cars and such a good atmosphere. Also thanks to my dad for renting his car. It was a good experience, and I hope I can do it again in the future. And also thanks to Pascal doing a good job in the notes. We had a lot of fun as it was just a fun event. So yeah, overall good event with the whole team, and yeah, looking forward to coming back in the future.